All right, welcome back to Keller Customs Garage. Today we are doing lawnmower stuff. Today what we are doing is we are going to take our lawnmower and we are going to patina it just like we did the Ford. So the FAUXTIna that everybody loves so much in our Ford video, the turquoise Ford. So we're going to make our lawnmower, aka the Yard Rocket, into a yellow patinaed, older looking lawnmower, but it is an actual new lawnmower. So we're going to show you that process today. So I got to meet Kevin Tens at SEMA this year, and we got to talk a little bit more about this process. He's got some more things in the works, but he has done a book on how to do this process and how to do lots of other things with patina. But I first learned this process off of an episode of Trucks that was a couple years ago, and he did this on a Chevy. And so I decided to try it on the Ford and loved it so much, and you all loved it so much that we decided to do the lawnmower and see what you think. So I use a Duplicolor paint shop color. I use the black, orange, and this time we're doing it yellow. So we did yellow, and we used a couple different rattle can paints just to kind of supplement some things. I'll also show you that all throughout this video and the process on how this works. Well, I'm excited to bring you guys along on this ride with our lawnmower, aka Yard Rocket. I am going to put that on the side of the lawnmower in some sort of font. I haven't decided yet, but you'll see it all when we start doing it. Stay tuned. So as you can see, our lawnmower is stripped completely down. And there's the shell of the lawnmower. And it is going to be patinaed like the Ford. So Dan is working on the bottom of the lawnmower. He's working on cleaning everything up and then using a red scuff pad to just take the shine away from the normal paint that we have. What that's going to do is help adhere our paint that we are going to put on it a little bit more efficiently. Alright, so I got a piece on here that is right where the headlights go, and we are going to tape over that. And I decided to paint it underneath a kind of a farm yellow that I picked up from Lowe's, just because the yellow that I have from the paint shop, I didn't have very much of it, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough of it for the top of the lawnmower. So I'm going to use that just to supplement the underside, since not many people are going to see the underside. You don't really show that. But I do want it to be the same color yellow, and I do want it to match the top of it. So what we've done now is Dan has gone and sanded everything down. So he sanded it all down with a red scuff pad, just to kind of scuff it all up, just so that the paint adheres a little bit better. And while I'm waiting on that yellow paint to dry, I'm doing a little extra scuffing, getting everything ready for paint. The nice thing about this paint job is that you don't need to be in a clean environment. You don't need to have a paint booth with anything that as far as fan or anything like that. To be able to have the exhaust fumes, you need basic tools and paint supplies that you can pick up anywhere. And you don't need any special technique. You don't need to research it. You don't need to worry about getting dust or dirt in it. That's what's so great about this paint job, is you can literally paint it like a 5-year-old, have fun with it. And if you get caught in the middle of something, you can just drop everything and just let it sit. and you can do another coat later. There's literally easiest paint job on the planet, and it comes out amazingly. You just have to have a little bit of extra time just to do each layer and make sure that you do each layer consistently, and I'll show you those layers as we go. So the black goes on with just a generic paintbrush that you can get at Lowe's for like $1.99. This brush is vital to this process because the bristles of the brush actually break off into the paint, creating a little bit more texture. It also shows through once you start sanding down, you can start to see where the bristles are. So we're going to put the black on now. So we're going to do the Duplicolor Paint Shop black, and we're going to paint it like a 5-year-old. And that's going to give us a nice base coat as far as texture. Alright, as you can see, the first coat of black is on, still wet. So basically you just want to get the black on. So kind of globbing it on is better just because it covers more square footage and makes everything a little more black. You are going to put 2 coats of black on. And it does not matter which way you do it, how blotchy it is. That's the nice thing about this paint job. So I'm going to put another coat of black on while this stuff is still tacky. That's going to create a little more texture. And then we'll go with the rust color. Alright, so here it is after second coat of black. And there's some spots where obviously a little bit of red showing through. It's not going to be overly a big deal just because we're going to have some more layers that go on top. So I got the flange down here. Everything else is going to stay yellow on the inside just because I want it to be uniform. So we'll let this dry a little bit and we'll start with brown. Alright, so as you can see kind of close to this edge right here, this piece fell down onto the cardboard and picked up a little bit of dirt and dust and overspray from yellow. But the joy of this paint job is that I don't care. We're going to put the brown right over top of it and it'll be just perfect. Any dirt and debris is going to cause a little more texture, which is going to be perfect for this paint job. Alright, so the brown is done. You can kind of see the messy look of it. You paint the brown with a regular household roller. That gives it a kind of a sticky textured look, which is key to FAUXTINA. You can kind of see the different variations of it there. Today is the Duplicolor paint shop, and we're going yellow with the Yard Rocket. I'm going to spray the underside of the tub. I sprayed it with just rattle can black first because nobody's really going to see it. I just want a nice coat just to kind of keep everything nice and clean. And then I'm going to use the sprayer here with my yellow in here just to put a nice clean coat of yellow across the bottom just so it's uniform.